Okay. Looking back on like rewatching a few of these, I realize I say a lot. That's not gonna stop. I'm sorry. It's just the way life is right now. Anyway, last night I watched The Lost Okoroshi. Um, there it is again. I'm just gonna come out right out the gate here and say it. I'm a little ill-equipped to talk about this movie. It's a satire about Nigerian culture. I'm not Nigerian. Um, I have like some second cousins or something who live in. They're like Lutheran missionaries. They live in Lagos. Um, but from like a cultural standpoint, I don't really. It's pretty blatant with what it's talking about, and as far as like modernization goes, and like the death of like traditional Nigerian culture. That's really interesting. It's just something I'm not like equipped to talk about because I don't really know a lot about Nigerian and Igbo culture. Um, as far as like movie crafting goes, exceptional. I really liked the way the movie was put together. Uh, I mentioned the thing, and now I can't never stop hearing it whenever I do it. The way the movie's crafted is really beautifully put together. It's got this very interesting vibe about it. This kind of like B movie '70s vibe. Not quite there. It's intentional, obviously, but it's. I've never seen a movie use color as beautifully as it does. It's gorgeous. It's kind of got like a washed out pastel sort of palette. It's really really pretty. There's this one shot I adore where the main character. Okay, I get into this kind of shit and I forgot to talk about the actual movie. The movie is it's about this security guard working in Lagos and like getting disillusioned with like modern Nigerian living, and he's having this recurring nightmare about these masquerades. What are the masquerades called? Like Manwu? I can't. But these masquerade spirits chasing him, and one day he wakes up and he's just become an Okoroshi, a masquerade spirit, and he does like traditional dances and he has like an adventure in the city, kind of punching centers. It's really, it's a lot of fun. It's surreal, satirical, um, but beyond just that, it's like really beautifully shot. Like the scene composition's really nice. Again, I gorgeous use of color. There's this one scene where it's Raymond, the main character, and he's talking to his boss, and like the whole scene is just like white. The boss is, like in a nasty tank top and like gray slacks, and he's just against like this big white like concrete building, and Raymond is just like bright blue in his uniform, and it really draws her. It's a really cool and efficient use. Um, there's this purple smoke and everything. It's really gorgeous. I love looking at this movie. As um, God, there's this group of characters. The Igbo Secret Society for the Preservation and Restoration of Historical, something like that. Ipshire, they're easily the funniest part, and they don't show them until like the last 30 minutes. It's actually kind of frustrating. It's like, man, these guys were great. Put them earlier. One again, beautifully shot. It looks gorgeous. I'm not really equipped to talk about the satire. I don't really know a lot about Nigerian and Igbo culture, but I do have to bring up one bit near the end. I think they kind of does it. Literally, there's like a 3 minute bit at the very end where one of the characters, like the professor character, just explains the message of the story in a really frustrating way. It's like, come on, like I I get you don't like. I don't know. Some ambiguity would have been fine there. You didn't need 3 minutes to just tell us, like, by the way, here was the moral. But I suppose, like, a little minor flaws like that kind of frustrate me. But beyond that, really fun, really interesting, weird little movie. I like it. Lost Okoroshi. Let's go 4 out of 5. Let's do that. Again, as always, meaningless numbers.